Hello everyone, and welcome to the wonder of Star Wars, The Old Republic, episode number 40. For those of you joining us for the very first time, oh my god! That's not supposed to happen during the intro! For those of you joining for the very first time, this is a series where I play my Sith Inquisitor Javiik, apparently with the UI off right now. And we are playing on a free-to-play account to test its limits, see how it goes. We only cheated a little bit to get a Cathar race unlocked so I could play a new race for once. For those of you who are also here for the first time, this is an ongoing series and I hide the old videos as I go so they don't clog up my YouTube channel. So if you want to see the older ones, just look in the description of this video for a link. For everybody else, hey, what's up? Welcome back. This is very cool to be doing episode number 40. I can't believe that these episodes run roughly between 45 minutes to an hour, and sometimes even longer than that, and you guys get excited. It's really crazy to think that I've been playing over 40 hours on this account, reading lore objects, going exploring, getting datacrons, and doing every quest that I come across. And this one is the Sand People Codex, so let's jump right into it. Sand People. A violently xenophobic species from Tatooine, the Sand People are more formally referred to as the Gorfa. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll pause for a second. I've seen, it's Ghorfa, and I've seen Gorfa Bantha is a mount that you can get, and I never knew where that name came from, so it's just Sand People Bantha. Very cool. Most at home on Tatooine's endless deserts and canyons, the nomadic Sand People survive by hunting and raiding larger settlements and by raising banthas as mounts and for food, milk, and materials. To outsiders, they can appear incomprehensibly hostile, but while virtually all encounters with Sand People end in violence, their culture is more complex internally. Sand People have strict taboos against showing exposed flesh except in very rare and specific circumstances, and keep themselves wrapped in heavy coverings. Those who violate this sacred custom are banished from the tribe, a fate that typically ends in a lonely death in the desert. Despite their insular nature, Sand People are known to adopt and raise young children of other species orphaned by their attacks. Once these orphans reach adulthood, they are encouraged to leave the tribe and return to their own people. That's a really interesting bit of Sand People knowledge right there, and something I've never heard before. If you're looking for an interesting backstory for your character, definitely could try some Sand People initiation there. The history of the Sand People is maintained through the tales of revered tribal storytellers. Many of their legends describe a golden age of technological miracles, seemingly indicating the Sand People were once a highly advanced civilization. This had led to speculation that the Gorfa are descended from the now extinct Kamunga species that lived on Tatooine roughly 30,000 years ago. Well, there you go. Now we know a little bit more about Sand People that we didn't know before. So how are we doing on Tatooine? We are going to continue that really interesting quest that we've been following on Tatooine. I believe the end quest is called something like What Circa Found Below. Maybe that's on Nar Shaddaa, I can't remember, but there's definitely some interesting lore things going on here, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Oh, that damn balloon. See, we need to destroy one more water tank while we're here. Once again, I really wish I could free those banthas. So, what's going on in Star Wars The Old Republic news? Oh my gosh, I am very excited to talk about this. So, while I destroy this water container and kill a single lonely sand person? No, a group of 3. So they are going to release a stronghold based on Rishi. Rishi is kind of a beach planet, a pirate haven, and a lot of people are very excited for this stronghold because not only is it quite different compared to many of the other strongholds, it has a beach, it has palm trees, it has, just kind of a nice different atmosphere, tropical kind of atmosphere. They're also putting a heavy focus on... Did I destroy that water thing? Yes, I did. So let's head to the middle of the desert there. They're doing a very heavy focus on player versus player content in that stronghold. So they're going to have a dueling arena where you can kind of trap your friends inside and they can duel it out. They're going to also have a large platform where you can make your own hutball matches. You can make your own player versus player matches. I think it was something up to like 16 versus 16. I know you can do 8 versus 8 for sure. And that's very cool. So players can use decorations to create their own kind of obstacle courses for people to play through, or they can... Oh. Sorry, I found something fun. Let's see, we're in the middle of the desert right now. For those of you who know what this is, we'll come back to it later. Here, let's get a little close up. It's a glowing blue skull in the middle of the desert surrounded by sad dead Jawas. They're just sleeping. It's okay. We'll come back so I don't have to drive out here again. And so what's been absolutely crazy, what am I doing here? Am I just killing people? Search for signs of Wilkes's men. Oh, I am missing Mr. Andronicos, my companion. Where did he get up to? Here, Andronicos.
Hello again.
Hello
I
there.
lost you there.
There we go. First Narek, then Jack, then Hayes, now Ford. I don't think I can take it anymore. I really think Pal is trying to kill me. He said it was the Sand People who got Hayes and Jack, but he's lying. I can tell. He killed them while he slept. Hayes because he had the artifact, Jack because he accused Paul of killing Hayes. If I hadn't seen the Sand People kill Ford and Narek with my own eyes, I'd think it was all Paul. I just hope he doesn't find this, or I'm next. We plan to head east in the morning. I hope I live to see it. Have strong suspicion. You did not. I'm sorry, I keep opening the legacy window because it's keybound to what I normally have my mount keybound to. Oh, how rude. So what's been absolutely crazy about this stronghold is that it is currently on what is known as the public test server, and that is a server where they put upcoming material and allow anyone with a subscription to come see it early at like a preview, and also help find bugs. So you can report any bugs that you found, which is always useful, but you can also, in this specific case, defeat Sand People. Nah, I don't want to just murder Sand People wantonly. It's okay. We will go back to that little Jawa. I'm pretty sure it was over here. And in this case, they were also looking for feedback. And they have accepted so much feedback and put it into place in game. It has been insane. I'm so excited to see that, and I'll tell you more after we do this special little moment right here. Andronicos, you got my back, right? Hello. Oh, and my companion's scared. I have no idea how fast I'm gonna die. What? What happened? Oh. Killed me in about 3 seconds flat. So that was Trapjaw, the Tatooine world boss. So if you ever come across a glowing blue skull, I'm gonna keep eyeing that right now before I go crazy. If you ever come by a glowing blue skull in the desert surrounded by dead Jawas, pro hint, it's not. It's not a lore object. There aren't many items like that, but there is at least one more on Voss that's very fun to trick people to get them to go press it. Let's see. Oh, it'll be in my quick bars. So what I'm gonna do is I have my mount right here. It'll be on the second quick bar. Quick bar number 2, slot number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Nice. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. Now I'll stop accidentally opening the legacy window. It only took me till episode 40 to keep buying that properly, right? I like how we still have the heroic music playing from the world boss. I have to come get some friends to come do this with me. I have to go do some flashpoints after we're done Tatooine too. Sounds like it's gonna be some group fun for a while. So, what else? Right, these changes. So the Rishi stronghold had a really strong focus on PvP, and they also made it very lore friendly. So Rishi is a pirate haven. It's not a luxury resort. It's not a beach town. It's not like Bermuda or something like that. I don't know. I've never been to anywhere with white sands. Oh, it's not Hawaii. Perfect. There we go. But one of the requests was things like, can we have a white sand beach? The beaches of of Rishi are black sand, and that's just the natural habitat is black sand. I'm guessing it's probably volcanic in nature. I don't know. I know there's an actual reason for it, but it's just not as attractive to many people who are looking for that beach getaway. The train is bringing in the beach getaway. Can you hear it? Let's see, what am I supposed to be doing here? Eliminate exchange forces. Okay.
Take that.
Is that it? Okay. Alright. We'll go back to camp now. So what did they do? They literally went and added white sand to the beaches. Like, they're really listening even to the smaller player feedback. So what they have is a special forum where people who are on the player test server can give feedback about, in this case, it's the Rishi stronghold and the matchmaking changes for player versus player. And because the stronghold is easier to test than PvP, which can only be tested when there's enough people on, people have been giving tons of feedback. So I'm guessing they read through and kind of tally up, like, so many people have asked for white beaches. Apparently this is something important. And a lot of people were saying for the PvP area, there's not a really good way to watch this. So what do? Players were requesting like a platform they could climb up to and see the match better, like just have a better view. So instead of adding the simple solution of, is this just kill more people? Why do we have to murder everybody? No, I'm not gonna do it. It's just extra XP, it's not a real quest, okay? And they said, we were hoping that they would really add just something so we could see the matches better that people set up in this cool new player versus player stronghold, but they added something like brand new that didn't exist at all in the game that no one requested, and they somehow brainstormed this freaking awesome idea. So what they did is
You've
say,
returned! I was about to pass out from the stench here when I heard reports of your successful massacre. Perfection as always, my lord. The survivors are weak and scattered. Once we have the well, there'll be no stopping the Empire's advance. As for myself, I'll finally be stationed somewhere befitting a man of my status. You're my savior. I can't thank you enough.
you can say you self-serving coward.
If everything's settled, I'll be leaving.
Farewell. I shall toast you when I'm drinking Aldarian wine somewhere far from here.
Sweet, one more person in power paying me money and being on my side. Yep, Javiik in roleplay sense is one very happy kitty. So there's another quest that I'll pick up here before we head out in the desert again, and I'll tell you some more about that. Those amazing changes that they've listened to and made.
My people say someone ripped through Garbodia's camp. Can I spot talent or what? I trust you if... If I knew his head was gonna stink this badly, I'd have given you a refrigeration unit. Thanks. You can wrap that back up. Ugh.
This is your evidence, whether it drips or not.
Ugh.
Gross!
One more thing the guys in the cells will owe me for. They're gonna be cleaning my bantha ranch. Nasty as this is, it's better than what was going on before. I just couldn't personally smell it. Do you see a garbage chute?
That's disgusting. See, what does the other one ask us to do? Ooh. I don't know. Okay, so my class quest is over here, and into the Dune Sea, which is... Oh, I can't tell which one's my class quest anymore. That's confusing. I'm gonna go check out the one that's not in the middle of the desert. Okie dokie. So they made a probe, like a droid, that you could take into the PvP arena, drive around wherever you want, and you can even jump up onto things now. They added even more changes, and you're invisible and you don't run into anyone, so you can literally be in the middle of the match to watch it without having be interfering in anyone's way. And that was so cool, and they did it in like the course of a week. It was ridiculous how fast they made this change. Like, I'm just so surprised. And it was along with a bunch of other smaller changes too, like fixing bugs that they'd seen reported over the week, adding that sand, picking up the Rishi stronghold is modeled off of the Rishi in-game because it's kind of a piratey place. It's not always the cleanest. So they picked up trash heaps was one of the things. They did some hook changes, and the most recent one, what did they do? I was really excited about. Oh, right. Players were saying that although they thought Rishi was really cool and they were super happy with the changes, those who enjoy decorating strongholds, not necessarily those who enjoy PvP, would really like to have some type of room or home area, like a home base, because the Rishi stronghold has a lot of neat areas, but there isn't really anything you could call like where you would put a bedroom, somewhere safe and cozy. There are only 2 actual rooms on the ground floor, and they're kind of like hollowed out ship pieces. They don't have the best type of hooks, and they're more for just like kind of like more like secret hidden caves, I guess you could say, more than actual rooms. And players were saying that especially those who enjoy decorating strongholds, that they would really like to have some type of homey, cozy area. And the community manager said, unfortunately, as much as we're seeing the feedback for this one, it's something that it's too late to add in to the game at this point in time, because the release date was supposed to be August 31st? No, July 31st, sorry. And it was like a 3 weeks time, so they couldn't add a whole entire new section to the stronghold. But guess what? They decided, since they'd heard so much feedback and excitement about the idea of there being a cozy home, they pushed the date back by a whopping 1 whole week. I think players can wait 7 days, and they added an entire whole area to the stronghold. We don't know how big it's going to be or anything like that. It'll be on the public test server soon, so I'm sure we'll see it. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just kind of exploring, sorry. And so it's crazy how much they have been truly listening to feedback, and that's not something we've always seen. On some of the past, especially big changes, it felt like they didn't get any player feedback, and it caused a lot of backlash towards both the trust that players had in the developers, as well as just those decisions weren't very good for the health of the game, and I can only assume it did not help the population at all. That I'm speaking specifically about the Galactic Command System. For those of you who know what that is, the random generated loot box with your gear. But since then, a lot of it has been fixed and retconned and changed, so now it's not too bad. Gearing is pretty cool. I have a whole video about it if you need to know how to gear up at level 70. It's pretty fair. But now they're absolutely, for at least for the specific project, I can't talk about in the future, but it 100% feels like they're listening. And they made lots of changes, like direct player feedback, like not stuff they would have guessed on their own, I'm assuming. Just super cool to see, and super cool to see everyone excited that they're getting the feedback and acting on it. Just happy days.
Are the power readings stable?
Yes, sir. The stasis field's online.
Keep it that way. I don't want the artifact powering up again. You're looking all right. You caught up with that monster?
The ghosts of the desert live no more.
I'll take that as an affirmative. And I'm glad you could spare the village. No one deserves that. Those artifacts Zerka found, they must be capable of infecting people, transforming them, I don't know why you'd build a device like that. But some species did, long before humans lived on Tatooine. And the Reclamation Service has the job of bringing those artifacts home. Are you with us?
Sounds like you've got your fire back, Captain.
I had my moment of doubt. I saw Keeler, Perrin, and Ban die because of it. What we've just experienced, the artifact powering on the takeover, I'm willing to bet Zerka went through the same thing. If we knew where to start looking for Zerka's base, we could scan for the artifact's power signal, track down the laboratory. Too bad Siltha didn't get more data.
The base is in the Sand People's cursed land. These drawings should show the way.
This? It's primitive, but it looks like a native map. We'll check its age, calculate the geographical changes since its creation.
I think we have it, sir. The natives' forbidden zone is in Sector 22G. I can start outfitting a probe immediately. Once you're in position, use this signal device to call the droid. It'll launch from here.
In the meantime, we've got friends to bury.
Good luck with your burying. So the new stronghold and the PvP matchmaking updates and PvP map fixes are going to come out now on August 7th, and that will also be the start of 10 days of double XP and probably double CXP, I imagine. So if you wanted to level characters super ridiculously fast, August 7th is your new date. Sorry if you were planning on doing it on July 31st. In Javiik news, well, in Swtorista news, I guess, one of the places that I've really enjoyed hanging out is the Star Wars The Old Republic subreddit. And Reddit is I guess it's kind of like a forum, but it's structured a little differently than most forums, and it's probably, apart from the official forums, the biggest place with the most amount of people to talk about Star Wars The Old Republic with. It's usually a good place to check for news, and it's also a pretty good place to ask for questions. There's literally a thread every week for new or returning player questions. And part of Reddit's, I guess, little culture is that when you make your account, you have your anniversary every year of the day you made your account, and it's your cake day, like your birthday cake, and you get a little cake beside your name. Because I've really enjoyed being on the subreddit, I decided to make a contest, and I'm just giving away stuff as usual there. If you're there as well, you can enter. You have to have already had an account though, sorry. And it's been really fun. I think I don't know exactly how many people have entered, but I think it's somewhere close to 300 entries. So it's neat to see that there's actually that many players out there that they're just not. I don't know, it's hard to explain sometimes. Many of the topics don't get a lot of comments because people like to read. They don't necessarily have something to say about an article or a piece of art or some piece of news. They just want to see it. They don't really have anything to say, and that's totally fine. It's just neat to see everyone kind of come out of the woodworks for free stuff. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna give away. I'm probably just gonna go Cartel Market. What's cool and on special sale right now? Maybe I'll give everyone Bombas. I don't know. I'll have to wait till the contest closes and see what's still on the Cartel Market by then. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Not quite. It's okay. And one of the things that came up during that thread was someone who also enjoys to watch Javiik and the wonder of Star Wars The Old Republic wished me happy cake day. And I was wondering, when was Javik's birthday? He doesn't have a cake day, he's not on Reddit, but when would his birthday be? So I was thinking about it. I was like, his birthday would probably be the day that I posted the first video. And I went to go look that up, and I'm so excited. His birthday is May the 4th. I think I had planned it that way originally to start this series on May the 4th, but I'd totally forgotten about it. I was so excited to learn that he was born on Star Wars Day. It's just, it feels very, very appropriate. Man, now that we read that Sand People Codex entry, I'm like, oh, Sand People are people too.
Not your time yet.
Murdering them all the time. Oh, you too. She would just let me get my quest items in peace. Locate intact Azurka technology. Alright. That I can do. Scanning in progress. Scanning complete. Transmission.
Can you hear me, my lord? There's a sandstorm interfering with communications, but I wanted to report. The droids locked onto an underground power signature. Must be an artifact in the Zerka base. We've also found some kind of recorded message.
I'm dying of suspense. Really.
Patching it through now.
Is this thing working? Blast. Security Officer Gromik here. I'm the last man out. We've been ordered to seal Zerka's Secret Weapons Division 7. The base was compromised. We thought we had the problem contained to the artifact cave, but it didn't last. Okay, sealing the doors now. Anyone who sees this, don't come in. You don't want to. You really don't want to.
They lost the whole base. Imagine that. We've got fragmentary codes and coordinates, but you'll need to run additional scans to unlock the base. There may be more messages, too. We both know if anything is still alive in that base, you're our best chance of retrieving Zerka's artifacts. You'll have to go alone.
I'll return when I know more.
Sounds like a plan. My team, those of us who are left, will be waiting. Part of me wishes I were going. Zerka found something unthinkably old and alien. But this is how it has to happen. Gola out.
Oh, Troy. This is just a neat little area right here. This crystal, if I had the archaeology crafting skill, I could pick it up and get some items. Hey, a bantha! This is a bantha calf. I give you a hug. Very important things to do. Hello. I actually have a bantha stuffed animal, and it makes me happy. It just lives near where I sleep. Let's head up and continue that quest. So Javiik's birthday is May the 4th. We're gonna have to remember to actually celebrate next year, okay, everyone? May the 4th. May the 4th. Javiik's birthday. Remind me beforehand. We'll do something cool. I don't know what. Let me go tab out. Let me see if there's been anything else in the Star Wars The Old Republic news. I don't think there has been. Basically, they've been working very, very diligently, it seems, on the stronghold, on the PTS. I'm assuming they're making some tweaks and changes to the PvP matchmaking, but most of the changes that we actually see are on the stronghold. Oh, one of the new ones they added the homey area. That's called the Rishi Overlook. And they also added the ability to toggle PvP on and off in the entire stronghold. Am I in the right area? Yeah, kind of, sort of. So if you want to have no PvP in your stronghold and you just use it for decorating and you don't want to have to deal with some of the troubles that PvP areas cause, you just turn it off. And they said they need to test that one out quite a bit, so it might be really buggy for a while today until they work the kinks out.
How's this for shooting?
Oh, I don't know if I noticed it, mentioned it in past episodes, but they also added bind points to the stronghold so you can choose where you load into it. So I have not haven't had time to hop on the PTS since the original release of the stronghold, but I'm super excited to see how those work and if they add more to the other strongholds. I don't know if they will. This one was kind of the most important one to do it at. I hope they add one in the new Rishi Overlook area, the new little room, so I can put all my banks and stuff in there. It can be my new base of operations. Oh hey, I'm just killing sand people. Man, I just said I wouldn't do that. Well, we're already here, so. It's all over now. Pal's gone raving mad. He accused Beckus of trying to kill him at the last campsite and shot him. We were already deep into Sand People territory at the time, so the blaster shot drew all kinds of unwanted attention. Those beasts had us on the run for 3 days. Out of the 15 of us that started, there's only me and Paul left. Now Paul's talking about taking the artifact to the Sand People's camp to the north as a peace offering. I tried to tell him there's no way we'll walk away from those beasts' camp alive, but he wouldn't listen. I wonder if, oh well, the next quest is to find Pal's
Stay sharp,
body.
Sith.
So...
The thieves ran right into the beast's mouth. The Sand People camps.
So I'm guessing that Pal did not make it. Oh, I only need to kill one more sand person. Sorry, guys. It's part of the quest completion. You understand, right? For those of you who were super interested in the PvP side of things, like being able to play PvP with your friends and dueling with your friends, or just whatever else, seeing other people duel, they say we haven't been able to test it yet, that there was a lot of line of sight issues.
Stay sharp, Sith.
They
the
say
thieves
that
ran right into the beast's mouth.
I
the
already
Sand People
heard you.
camps.
Relax. They say that they have fixed a lot of the line of sight issues. But I think that's why it's coming out on August 7th. It's like the changes are made, but they want to give people time to test them, along with the Rishi Overlook and the PvP on and off toggle. So which is good. I'd rather them test it before just jumping the gun and throwing it out there, right? What, something, is it right here? Yeah, let's kill more sand people. Yeah. Something else cool they said is, one of our major goals with this release was to revitalize the PTS, I'm just trying to press while reading, revitalize the PTS process so that we could better include the community in finalizing 5.9.2 at the high level of quality you expect from Star Wars The Old Republic. We're very pleased with this participation.
Dr. Sopran here. We've finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Larrick and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Zerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
Oh man, we need to go back and read some codex entries because I have read about so many different species and when they were kicking around, but I am not one who's good for memorizing dates and names. Just never have been. I've become an extremely good note taker because of it, and a very good Googler, or good at searching my own notes even. But nope, don't remember. Off the top of your head, those of you who haven't done this quest, try and guess what species it might be. I bet it's the lizard people. I remember them from the codex entries. What are we doing over here? Find Pal's body, I believe. Or scan the second Zerka relay tower. Down here? That's one way to check, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's in here. Oh, I lost a bunch of health when I jumped down. That was a bad life choice.
I'd lost you there.
And they are very pleased with the amount of people who showed up on the public test server. I know at least for the day that I was able to go with Kid Lee and do some testing of the PvP stuff, there was at least... There was either 100 or 200 people.
Idiotic, nerve-hurting sons of huts. They got away.
They were killed and possibly eaten. There's a difference.
Oh, where's Kim Val?
It doesn't bother you? These idiots run off with your artifact and you don't even get to knock them around? I just can't figure you, Sith.
Not everyone is obsessed with revenge.
That's an awful superior thing to say for a Sith. I saw how you guys operate an Imperial prison. A Sith torturer with a collection of prisoners' fingernails gets zapped because Darth so-and-so doesn't like how he looks. Sickest monsters in the galaxy, the Sith.
What? Javiik's like, shut your butt. Okay, I was a slave, and, yeah. And he's a slave, and he's not obsessed with revenge. Or he was a slave. So I can say that's not your place. Some of us are different, or you should have thought of that.
If it disgusts you, why did you work with me? That's my business, ain't it? Let's just forget I said anything, huh? You won't get off that easily. Then I'll be sure to watch my back. Now, are we gonna get off this rock or what? I still have business to finish here. Well, when you do fly, mind taking me along? I'm a damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith will never make on his own. It'll be your show.
Oh,
No
Javiik
questions
is
asked.
all about the contacts. Oh. Okay, so there's if you insist on one condition. Come on. I wanna know what the one condition is. I'm scared of what it might be, though.
I'm in charge, and don't you forget it. I'll take that as a yes, then.
I was scared he was gonna, like, shock him, because that's not what I wanted. Oh, whoa, Tulak Horde's madness. Incidents of Sith Lords imbuing their most precious possessions with some fragments of their dark power appear throughout Sith history. Such ritual imbuement can be used to inflict all manner of trouble on those who would steal those terrible treasures. The Dark Lord of the Sith, Tulak Horde, was especially known for this practice, and many possessions of Tulak Hordes have driven their discoverers to madness throughout the years. Tulak's madness, all capitals, is unique in who it affects, however, ignoring whether a person's spirit is dark or light. It afflicts only the weak-willed, driving them to delusions of grandeur and eventual self-destruction. That was a very weird codex to unlock. I assume it's just kind of in general, this is your class story, here's a class story related codex, but I don't feel like I learned it from Paul's body or from the Sand People. Run, Javiik, run! I was hoping I could get out of here. Oh,
Not your time
you know what,
yet.
we can quick travel out, it's okay. Zap. Take some Tulak Horde's madness! Woo. Alright. We are cleaning up Tatooine today, aren't we? Oh, I don't have quick travel on my bars because I don't have enough bars because I'm a free to play. Oh, wait. Oh. This quest is right beside the Republic base. I was thinking I could quick travel there because I'm so used to being able to on my Republic player, but I'm not gonna fight these guys, I'm just gonna run. Ah! Bye, Andronicus! This was the one condition. You get left behind for dead meat, and I, run away on the desert. Bye. You know what, I think this might be a good time to call it a night as we try not to get killed by the Republic base people right there. For any of you who attended the No Bones dance party, this is exactly where it was, and we also saw some Imperials accidentally get killed because they got too close to the guards. So definitely give them some wide berth, wide space there. Alright, we'll see you guys later, and we will continue on with whatever is going on, whatever Zerka has found deep in the dark heart of the desert. Bye!